Morning guys, Bruce here at Tough Dog's Place. I'm going to walk you through some steps. I'm looking at that cylinder, piston, and ring set I was talking about the other day. And I'm going to show you the process of elimination that I'm going to use in discovery on this thing. So bear with me as I work my way through this with you. First thing we're going to do is go to the eBay site, and I'm going to show you the actual ring set that we got. And then we're going to go to a cycle seller's website that has a breakdown of all those parts and the different identification numbers, and then we're going to call them and verify that what we got is what the website says it is. Okay, here we are at the website. There's the eBay, and I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit here for you. There's an actual picture of the ring set, which, if I hold it right, looks like exactly like what we got. Okay? Anyway, you get the idea. There it is. It's delivered. Alright, let's look at what it says. Kawasaki KLF185 new OEM 4th over 1mm piston rings. KLT185. Alright. And we scroll down here. Right here is the part number. 13024. Okay, now we're going to jump over to this other website. There's a website from Cheap Cycle Parts, which I've done some business with them, and they do good. And I looked up the Kawasaki 1985 KLF. I think you can see it right there. 185-A1 Bayou. And this is a description of the rings and the piston and the part number that go with it. Now if you look right here, I'm going to zoom in on that for you. It says 13008-13024, which is what those rings were specified as, and dash or slash 13025. Now we pan down the page, and this is a breakdown of all those parts. I'm going to zoom that up a little bit. Hopefully you can see it. Ring set 13024, and right below it is the 13025, and right above it is 1300028. Over here, piston ring set, piston ring set, piston ring set. All of these are not available. Now that first one says STD, standard. The second one, which is the one we have, 13024, LI-O/. The one below that, ring set piston L-O/S, which is the 025. We've got the 024 right here. So what we're going to do is call them and ask them to verify, if they can, what these stand for, what sizes and dimensions and whatever they are, just to see what they say. They've got their phone number up there for customer service at the top of the page. We're going to give them a call. So bear with me while I ring them up. Okay, so we're on hold, waiting in the queue for a representative, and we're just gonna chill out until somebody comes to us.
Okay, you going with the standard piston?
Well, actually no.
Looking to bore it out a little bit?
I'm wanting to know if you can help me confirm what the actual sizes of these would be.
That the piston that is available is 1 over standard.
Right.
It's what that description looks like, but I want to make sure.
Right.
Because I don't want to tell you one thing and it becomes the other, you know what I mean?
Exactly right. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Regardless of whether or not this is the right size, that's the only one I'm going to be able to offer.
Okay.
That's not saying that, you won't be able to find it somewhere else, but from what I can do, that's going to be the only piston that I'm going to have.
Right.
What I'm looking at, we matched the part number of those rings, and it's an L1-O backslash.
Right.
So what I'm looking at is this piston size is matching the ring size. Well, the description at least. The L1O dash. And I think that's going to be as far as I can go description-wise. It's just that size, and what I'm reading is this is a piston or an engine piston, 1 over standard is what that description is telling me.
Okay.
So,
Oh crap, I hung up on the guy. Alright, so now I feel like a doofus because I accidentally hung up on the guy.
Okay.
The one piston that you have available is going to match the rings that I have.
That's my best educated opinion, or guess. I ran this before, where we were looking for a size, and we couldn't go Kawasaki because we couldn't verify. But what I'm seeing, is that L1 OS is going to fit the L1O. And the reason it's really throwing me off is that ring set that you have, it's on the website and on my other program that I was looking at, it's still the O dash, and it should be O-S. It's a weird part description.
Yeah, it is.
Really what's throwing me through a loop right now.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking what happened was they just missed that keystroke and missed the S and put it in.
Yeah, okay.
So that L1 OS is what my best educated guess as to what piston is going to fit those rings.
Okay. Alright, thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate your time.
Oh, no problem. And, feel free to call back and ask for me, and I'll help you out any day, okay?
That's great. Thank you, Jonathan.
All right. Have a great day, man.
You too. So we're going to go out and actually measure this stuff and see what it looks like. Alright? Alright. Okay, guys. There you can see it says 100 on the top of this piston. And we already know that this is 67 millimeter because I've measured it 100 times before in my previous videos. So what we're going to do is take out one of these rings, and it's cold out here, so I got to be careful I don't snap one of these. We're going to set it down in there. And push it down in with the piston. Make it sure it's level. And there's the gap, which you can barely see it. I'm going to pause you for a second while I get a feeler gauge. We're going to measure that gap, and then we're going to check the book and see what it should be. Okay. Look at these little beauties. It's called brand new set of feeler gauges. I bought them here a while back because my other stuff was so rusty I couldn't read them. Anyway, I've got a 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. And I'm trying to zoom back in. Anyway, I know it's fuzzy, but you get the idea. This is number 2, 11. Here's a 12. 13. 14. Starting to feel a little something there. Looks like we skip a 15, go to 16. I actually feel a little something with the 16. Let's try 18, see what happens. Okay, 18 won't go in there. So I'd say it's probably 17. 16 or 17 thousandths. Or 0.40 millimeter. 16 thousandths or 14 millimeter. Alright, keep that number in my mind, and in your mind too, because the book's still in the house. Alright, so the old thermometer on the wall in the shop here says it's 29 degrees. Which that's cold to me. I just don't care for it, man. I don't have any heat on, and we did what we need to do, so we're going back in the house and get the book. I left it in there. I forgot it was in there. I thought it was out here. So we're going to go back in there and look and see what the specs on that are for the allowable end gap. Remember, 16 thousandths or 0.40 millimeter. Right? Alright, let's go in there and see. It is awful pretty out here today, even though it's cold. Sun's just shining away. Where is it? There it is. Alright, enough of that. Alright, let's go. Okay, guys. Got the book out. And it says for piston ring end gap. The top ring, which I believe that's the one I used, 15 thousandths or 0.30 millimeter with a service limit of 0.6 millimeter, which means there's a little bit of play acceptable in there. The second ring is 15 thousandths, which remember my feeler gauge did not have a 15. It went from 14 to 16 and then 18. There was no 17 either. I don't understand that, but I guess I figure you can mix and match and add them up to that. 15 thousandths to 0.35 millimeter. Now remember, I went to a 16 and it's cold out there. And the 16, I told you I could feel resistance. I'm thinking we're right there. I don't see any reason why this wouldn't work. I would run them. I would run them. You're going to stagger those gaps anyway. I don't see any problem. It looks all good to me. So, unless you guys know better, tell me down below. Send me a comment. Let me know what you think. But I'm all for it. I say kudos. Alright. So, thanks for watching. And remember, this set is going to be for sale. I'm going to put it on eBay if I don't hear from anybody that wants it. So, all I want to do is recoup the money I have in it. I'm not trying to make money on it. Actually, I'm going to lose money on it. Because I'm going to offer it for $200 for the whole set. The piston, the rings, and the cylinder that's already bored and honed. So, remember, you won't have to pay for that. And it's plug and play, man. All you got to do is put it all together and stick it in your machine. Alright. We'll see you. Thanks for watching. Bye.